Welcome to Tom and Ben News United Kingdom, and we start off with viewers' news. And Crossbones Billy has reported to us that at least 50 people have been killed in floods and landslides in India. A famed upstate New York hotel that inspired Dirty Dancing is destroyed by a fire. TJ Maxx has been fined $13 million, which is around £12 million, for selling recalled infant sleepers. And Kenan Thompson has been honoured with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Moving on to Talking Tom and Friends channel, and a Howard University dorm has been evacuated after reports of a bomb threat. First Lady of the United States, Jill Biden, has been tested positive for COVID-19 in a rebound case. Gas prices drop 70 days in a row in the second longest streak since 2005. And, oh no, more than 700 Amazon workers at UK warehouse stop work to protest pay.
And finally, Asvin Kane for Stepford has said that there's going to be a Stranger Things experience, apparently, coming to London. We'll have to check that one up later on. Two other news now, and a 15-year-old boy has died following an attack outside a school in Huddersfield.
Emergency services were called to the scene at Woodhouse Hill in Fartown at 2:54 p.m. on Wednesday, following the attack close to the entrance of North Huddersfield Trust School. In a statement, West Yorkshire Police confirmed a murder investigation was underway.
Officers said the victim had received treatment at the scene and was taken to Leeds General Infirmary for emergency surgery, but was pronounced dead a short time later. Detectives from West Yorkshire Police Homicide and Major Inquiry Team are leading the investigation into the boy's murder.
Former US President Donald Trump and 3 of his children have been hit with a fraud lawsuit after a New York investigation into their family company, the Trump Organization.
It alleges that they lied by billions about the value of real estate in order to get loans and pay less tax. Prosecutors say the Trump Organization committed numerous acts of fraud between 2011 and 2021.
Mr. Trump has dismissed the lawsuit as another witch hunt, and his eldest children, Donald Jr., Ivanka and Eric Trump, were also named as defendants alongside 2 executives at the Trump Organization, Alan Wieselberg and Jeffrey McConney.
Prime Minister Liz Truss has been met with a fierce political backlash from Conservative MPs after lifting the fracking ban, sparking anger from Tories worried that opposition parties will use the issue to win support in key battleground seats.
The government formally lifted a ban on drilling for shale gas in a bid to boost energy supply on Thursday, despite admitting that there had been no progress in assessing scientific risk and a need to gather better data on safety.
Business Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg said all sources of energy needed to be explored, insisting that a higher degree of risk and disturbance appears to us to be in the national interest.
The latest census figures show that for the first time there are more people from a Catholic background in Northern Ireland than Protestant. The proportion of the resident population which is either Catholic or brought up Catholic is 45.7% compared to 43.48% Protestant.
The previous census in 2011 found that 45.1% of the population were Catholic or brought up Catholic. It found 48.4% were from a Protestant or other Christian background.
In terms of national identity, 31.9% said they had a British-only identity, while 29.1% said Irish-only and 19.8% said Northern Irish-only.
Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng has announced that April's national insurance hike is to be reversed from the 6th of November. The 1.25 percentage point increase was introduced under former Chancellor Rishi Sunak, but during the Tory leadership race, Liz Truss pledged to change it.
Mr. Kwarteng made the announcement ahead of a mini-budget on Friday. He said, "Taxing our way to prosperity has never worked."
He also said to raise living standards for all, we need to be unapologetic about growing our economy. Cutting tax is crucial to this. The Treasury said most employees will receive a cut to their national insurance contribution directly via their employer's payroll in the November pay, although some may be delayed to December or January.
A powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake has rocked Mexico's western coast on the same day the country marks the anniversaries of 2 other devastating quakes which killed thousands of people.
The quake hit the coastal states of Michoacan and Colima shortly after 1300 hours local time, with an original depth of 9.32 miles.
Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador tweeted that he had spoken with Michoacan's Governor Alfredo Ramírez Baldoya and had been assured that there were only reports of material damage to the region.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a partial military mobilization in Russia, putting the country's people and economy on a wartime footing as Moscow's invasion of Ukraine continues.
In a rare pre-recorded televised announcement, Putin said the West wants to destroy our country and claimed the West had tried to turn Ukraine's people into cannon fodder in comments translated by Reuters, repeating earlier claims in which he has blamed Western nations for starting a proxy war with Russia.
Putin said mobilization events would begin Wednesday without providing further details, aside from saying he had ordered an increase in funding to boost Russia's weapons production, having committed a large amount of weaponry during the conflict which began in late February.
A tearful Roger Federer waved goodbye to professional tennis after teaming up with fellow great Rafael Nadal on an emotional night at the Laver Cup.
The 41-year-old received a long ovation after walking off court for the final time as he retired as a professional. The Swiss, who won 20 Grand Slam singles titles, is considered one of the best players in tennis history.
Federer cried as he hugged Nadal and other players, then took acclaim from the thousands of fans who chanted his name at the O2 Arena in London. And finally, hundreds of thousands of people are without power as Hurricane Fiona began to batter Canada's Atlantic coast. Parts of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick are experiencing torrential rain and winds of up to 92 miles an hour.
The Canadian Hurricane Centre warned ahead of its arrival that Fiona could be a historic extreme event with expected power cuts and flooding. At least 8 people have died when Fiona cut through the Caribbean.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said on Friday that it's going to be a bad one. We encourage everyone to stay safe and to listen to the instructions of local authorities and hang in there for the next 24 hours. Tropical storm warnings were issued for the Atlantic provinces of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland and New Brunswick, as well as parts of Quebec. Okay, to your weather now, and today will be a cool and breezy day with sunny spells and scattered showers for most. Tomorrow will continue breezy with showers across northern and eastern coasts.
A band of rain will move over Northern Ireland, Wales and Western England in the afternoon, then spreading eastwards across the rest of England overnight. Wednesday will have sunny spells and showers in place, and that is the weather.
That's all today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and see you next Monday. And please subscribe.
You can check us out over on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Tom and Ben News 4 UK. The link is in the description. You can use the Facebook app. Either way, please click the like and follow buttons.